DB Radio.
A small hollow in North Carolina. There have been several Bigfoot sightings.
Hunters may need to be on the lookout for something other than deer when they hit the woods this week.
He hadn't been spotted recently, but according to these pictures, the legendary Mothman is back.
The number of UFO sightings is soaring tenfold over the past 25 years.
Now, she's not talking about people. She is talking about ghosts hanging around what some say is a real-life haunted house.
You're listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy on paratalkradio.com, a member of the WLFE digital broadcast family. Paratalk Radio is your one-stop for all things paranormal, the unknown, and the supernatural. Join us every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central for discussions and guests on topics such as ghosts, hauntings, Bigfoot, UFOs, and more. This broadcast is rated M for mature and is intended for listeners over 16. The topics, views, and opinions expressed on our show may not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Paratalk Radio, our hosts, or our sponsors. Now, live from J. Wolf Production Studio in Ontario, New York, here are your hosts, Ted and Cindy.
All right, everybody, this is a beautiful night here in New York. And it's warm out, and it's just beautiful. Miss Cindy is late. She will be here shortly, but she is a little late. And I'm looking a little blurry, but maybe that'll straighten itself out. So tonight's an interesting show for you. We are actually going to be talking with someone that has their own... there's a whole bunch of paranormal stuff. So we figured tonight would be fun to bring her on and kind of have her explain what she's got going on and how it works. And as soon as Cindy gets here, then we'll, have her as well, and we'll have a good time. So, hello, Barry. How are you? Welcome, everybody. I want to say hi to Dominic. Yes. Mr. Dominic will be on Talk with Teddy tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about his new show that's joining WLFE DB Radio Network. And we're also going to talk about his second book that just came out. And yours truly just helped him with the cover. I'm happy about that. So we're going to be doing that as well. So, yeah, it looks like it is a little pixelated, and I'm not sure why. So we'll see what happens, see if it fixes itself. Could be the weather, not sure, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, does it sound okay, though? I guess that's the only thing that I'm really worried about. I'm hoping you guys can at least hear me. I'm probably stopping and starting, maybe. I'm not sure. It just looks a little pixelated on my end, but it looks like it is going through there. You're welcome, Dominic. You're welcome. So our guest tonight, I'm very happy to have here, is going to be Genevieve Kelly, and she is the owner of the Jersey Shore Ghost Tour. So we're going to be talking with her about that. And she operates haunting walking tours in Keyport and Red Bank of New Jersey. As a storyteller and a paranormal enthusiast, she always shares stories of haunted histories of the bayshore town, and has been scaring audiences since 2007. So I think it's going to be a fun interview. I've heard nothing but fantastic things about Miss Genevieve. She is my second friend named Genevieve. And I can't wait to sit down and chat with her about some of this stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. She's also doing an interesting kind of... she's already on. She's already here. So, Genevieve, there you are. Hi.
I'm always early.
That's okay. Well, you know what? My co-host is actually late, so I was kind of stalling. So I'm glad you popped on early.
Awesome. Perfect timing.
Perfect. So I was just talking about, you do your ghost tours, but what is the other thing you're working on with Dominic? You were doing a, happy hour.
Yeah, so that actually stemmed from... ultimately, it stemmed from COVID, because I'm limited in being able to do some live ghost tours. We've switched to doing virtual tours, and I met Dominic one night because he joined in on one of the virtual tours. And after I did the whole tour, went through my whole spiel, showed my whole slideshow, a bunch of us were kind of hanging around on the Zoom afterwards, and we were chatting, and we decided that we were having so much fun that we would just continue to do that on a bi-weekly basis. And it's just been a blast. We've been doing it for 2 months now, I think.
So so we know the premise now. So what do you guys actually do when you do this happy hour? Explain how it actually works.
So it's pretty fun. Sometimes, most of the time we've been picking a topic, like some kind of paranormal topic, just that we have some starting point. The conversation always devolves, but it tends to circle back after that. So basically what we do, I started a Facebook group. It's a private group, so the people who are interested in joining the happy hour can join the group. We can keep our conversations nice and light, keep them kind of closed, a little bit of a closed audience, and go from there. So we start having some conversations on the Facebook page, and sometimes that transfers over to the group. So it's been a lot of fun.
So you're talking about things like equipment and stuff like that?
We have
locations, or how does that, is that what you're talking about as in the paranormal?
Sometimes we've talked a little bit about equipment. I'm personally not a ghost hunter. I'm a huge fan of the paranormal.
Okay.
I'm a big time Halloween girl.
Great.
But yeah, it's the best. So we do talk a little bit about what people use for equipment as it relates to the conversations. We've talked about some Ouija board stuff, talked about different experiences that people have had. I think that's probably one of the most popular topics, is really talking about personal experiences.
Wow, that's awesome. So guys in the chat room, if you guys are ever interested, just what is the name of the happy hour? How do they get a hold of that?
It's called Haunted Happy Hour.
Okay.
I intermittently post it up on our Jersey Shore Ghost Tours Facebook page, so I can cross post that. So anyone that's interested can sign up on there. If you write Haunted Happy Hour, you get about 50 different hits. So
Well, it's a Facebook group though, right?
it's a Facebook group, yeah.
Okay, so it should be facebook.com/group /haunted happy hour. That's what it should be.
That's what it should be. I can take a look and see if I can post the link if that's helpful.
Well, I was actually going to do the same thing. I spelled it out. I was going to see if it popped up, and if it does, then I'm just going to put the link right in there. Yep, so that can't be the link. All right. So
I think I just found it.
Okay, perfect.
I can multitask tonight. It's a good night.
Yay. All right, so yeah, you can go ahead and post it right there in the StreamYard.
Awesome.
You should be able to, right in the comments section.
Success.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is pop over here from the link and ta-da! Recopy it and put it in the StreamYard for the rest of them. Awesome. It should pop up there in a second, guys. So it's in your group chat. It is there, so you guys can see that. I'm also going to, if I can make this work, I'm going to put it in the little banner that we have. Unfortunately, though, when we put it as this, you guys will have to write all that down.
Oh, that's not fun.
So no, that's not fun at all. But so it would be easier that if you're interested in joining something like this, then you just want to go over and click the link in your chat, or you highlight it and then copy it and put it in, and it should work for you that way. So that's very, very cool. Got a lot of people on here. Barry Martz, Dominic is here, of course. Kimberly Porter, hello, Kimberly.
Hi.
Barbara Smith Spillane is here, and your mom and I got you started way back when you. Oh, back when with Scary Faces, she said.
That's my mom's very dear friend. She used to come to our house when we were little with crazy masks and scare the crap out of us. She had one of those, sorry, Barbara, I'm telling your story. She had one of those clearish masks that kind of had like woman's makeup on it.
Right.
And she called it Aunt Agatha. And she used to scare the crap out of us.
Well,
I secretly loved it.
It was fun, yeah. Yeah, my mom every year made a new costume every year because she's a seamstress, so she would make them, and she did that one time. It was quite fun.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. So all right, let's go back here. I'm going to take that banner off there actually. Let's change that banner to your New Jersey. What is it?
Jersey Shore Ghost Tours.net.
Jersey Shore Ghost Tours.
Yep.
.net, and then we will put it up here, and then you can tell me if it's right. Ta-da.
Perfect.
Perfect. Awesome.
Perfect.
All right, guys. So there you go. There's another one that you can check out, and we will be running that all night in here. So. So let's discuss that. Let's discuss the tour. So
sure.
How'd you get started in it? I mean, was it just loving Halloween and saying, "Hey, I wanted to do this," or kind of?
Well, sort of. My friend Tabitha and her husband Ryan started the ghost tour company back in 2006.
Okay.
And I joined up on a tour one night and was chatting with her afterwards, talking about how much I love Halloween, what a great tour it was. And it just happened to be in our hometown, which is Keyport. So we chatted for a while, and she said, I'm looking for somebody to help me out. So very quickly, I jumped on that opportunity.
Awesome.
Yes, that was back in 2007. And then in 2017, I took over the company.
Wow. Awesome. So, explain a normal night of ghost tours. How does it work, and what do you do?
A normal night without coronavirus.
Okay.
There's two
Fair
different
enough.
worlds.
Fair enough.
A normal night, Halloween month, as I call it. Generally, we've got I would say about 30 to 40 people that come out. We start off in our Keyport tour. We start off close to the waterfront. We have this beautiful waterfront promenade in Keyport. We have this great art society that's done a lot of mosaics, and they've really beautified the area. So we walk along the waterfront, and I start off with some of the history. I incorporate a lot of history into our tours. But I always think that, the history is so important because it gives you perspective.
Right.
And aside from the fact I'm a little bit of a nerd, so I like that stuff. And I think that once you get a ghost involved in a historical story, people are more likely to remember it.
Right.
So it really does help to keep that history alive. So we start off at the waterfront, as I mentioned. After asking everybody who's a non-believer, who's a believer, getting a good consensus of what the audience is. And there's usually one person who's a non-believer, and they never admit it, and their friends out them. They're like, this one right here, this one, this is the one.
Love it. Love it.
They rat them out all the time. So, so from there, we walk along the waterfront, and then several stories we have down there. We've got stories of Prohibition. We have pirate stories. The bloodiest act of piracy that ever happened in the United States happened right off the Keyport Harbor, which also involved the last person to be executed for piracy in the United States.
Wow.
So we've got some really gruesome stories,
Cool.
but interesting history. There's rumors of Captain Kidd's treasure being buried not too far from here.
I've heard of Captain Kidd, yeah.
Yeah, Captain Kidd's pretty famous. We've got a lot of Prohibition stories. We had one of the largest illegal distilleries ever found here in Keyport.
Wow.
So we definitely have a lot of things to talk about. We have an incredibly haunted restaurant in town. So it was a former church. It was converted into a restaurant. So we go by there. We tell some of the stories there. We've got some old speakeasies. A lot of interesting things. Keyport's a little bit different from our Red Bank tour. Keyport, we have a lot of really personal stories, a lot of homes that are haunted that the homeowners have shared their experiences with us. Mm-hmm. So it gives it a little bit more of a homey kind of experience.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But our Red Bank tour is similar. It's a walking tour as well. And we walk through Red Bank, but we stay more so there's a restaurant business district in Red Bank. So it's a little bit more vibrant. I always feel like I see and feel the ghosts a little bit more in Keyport than I do in Red Bank, but they're both spectacular. They're both a lot of fun.
That's cool. That's very cool. So you only run it in the month of October for Halloween?
Generally, we run August through second week of November.
Oh, cool.
This year, however, we had to change up things a lot, and
because
we
of
only
COVID.
ran. Yeah.
So that's impacted you. It's impacted everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and right now it's getting worse. I mean, especially in New York. New York, in the beginning, it was really bad here, and then we seem to come out of it, and now it's coming back again. In fact, they're doing it by county here. They're shutting down counties.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people that live where I do travel to the next county for work because that's where the city is, and now that city is completely blocked off. So it's like people have to, if they work in the city, if they're at their job, they have to stay at their job, or they have to go home and quarantine for 14 days. That's impossible. Yeah. It's a lot of people are out of work. Especially here. Wow. It's playing havoc on a lot of things. Yeah. But that's why I do these shows, because I like to give people other things to think about. And Dominic actually hooked me up with you. Said that, hey, you should bring on, Genevieve about her ghost tours, and she's got this happy hour, and it's like, why not? This will be fun. It's just our scheduling for here on Paratalk is like a month and a half ahead. So it's like we have to Yeah, so we actually have to book, way ahead to get people in here, which was good for us because we always have a show unless somebody cancels, like last Monday, or we spoof something. We just throw something in there. But things have been hectic because of COVID, and so a lot of things, the events and stuff that we normally would go to, or the people we would bring on because of their events, we haven't been able to do because their events aren't happening. So because of it, so it's been kind of a virtual world for 2020, I guess is the best way to put it. So it's kind of different, but we're succeeding.
We
We're
are.
learning how to get around all these obstacles, which is very good for us. We need to. I read somewhere is that we only use a small percentage of our brain, especially since we're doing the same thing over and over and over. But when you shake it up and you do something different, you wake up different brain cells. So
Absolutely.
maybe we're making the world smarter by doing what we're doing. Who knows?
I can tell you it has really forced me to get out of my comfort zone quite a bit because I never expected to do virtual tours. I didn't really have much content in that format, and it's propelled me to do not just the virtual tours of like our standard Keyport and Red Bank tours, but also starting the happy hours, doing all of that fun stuff. I started doing a lot of presentations. Like I did one on Edgar Allan Poe.
Nice.
Did that one twice.
Nice.
We just
If it
held
works, do it. Do it. Use it as much as you can.
exactly.
I mean, that's
Yeah. And we're doing a lot of these events for free just to give people, like you said, just to give people an opportunity to have some kind of break from all this craziness, have something else to think about, something else to do, really try to create some kind of community in a sense. There's a lot of us out there that love this stuff, that love Halloween. We love ghosts. We love ghost stories. We love paranormal investigating and things like that. Now I'm hoping, now we have a nice little place that we can go and we can hang out and talk about this stuff.
That's good. That's good. I mean, that's a step forward with what's going on. I mean, that's that I think what sucks about this whole COVID thing is some of us with our businesses or what we do, they have to shut down. So they feel like they're going backwards in life. They're not going forward at all, and they're not, getting to their success or what their dreams are because of this situation. So when you can find a way around it, or create something new for it, it kind of gives you an advantage, and that's good. So Barry Martz has got a comment here. He said, a good portion of Onondaga County has been recently placed in the yellow zone for COVID-19. Monroe County is that way too. So I totally get it. I've been seeing that. Dominic put, we need a break. This is going so good. Enjoying the show. Well, thank you, Dominic. We appreciate that.
Thanks, Dominic.
Well, Dominic's going to be the headliner tomorrow on Talk with Teddy. We're going to talk about his new book and talk about his new show that's coming up on.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah. So he's going to be a part of our network, which is really cool. We're running 12 or 13 shows now, so the network is growing, and it's growing great, and we love it, and we've got some really good people.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So, and we're always looking to do more, and, Paratalk Radio was the starter for this, was the baby, and now we're going on 5 years with Paratalk Radio. Usually with podcasts or video casts, you find that they only last 16, 18 months. They don't really last that long. So when you can find a show that lasts 4 or 5 years, then you're doing something right. So we're loving what we do.
That's great.
Barry says, I second it. Great show tonight. Well, thank you, Barry. We appreciate
Thanks.
that. That's awesome. So with the tours and stuff, it sounds really amazing. I know in Gettysburg, they do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
When you can do those ghost tours and stuff. And these people dress up in the vintage dresses and all the Gettysburg getup, and they walk you through it and tell you. You guys do too?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, and it just gives it more of a real feel. It helps.
Oh, definitely.
The people understand. And the only thing that I complained about when I was like, it was like 90 degrees and these guys were in wool outfits. And I'm like, I would be sweating my balls off if I had to wear that. You know, and they're like, surprisingly, it's not that hot.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy. You know, but it's cool. You know,
my costumes have changed throughout the years. Back when I first started doing tours, I had the pirate costume with the corset, and I was the blousey shirts and all that fun stuff. And then I realized I really can't project my voice with my ribs being squeezed. So I kind of moved on. I've got several different costumes now. I have my favorite one, which I didn't get to wear too much this season because it stayed pretty warm. I have a Victorian morning dress that is a replica of a dress that Lizzie Borden was photographed in.
Wow.
And this dress is spectacular.
Wow, no kidding. It sounds great. Dominic says, I wish your sister could show a pic of you with that lantern dress. Is that a lantern dress? I'm not sure what that is.
Maybe the lantern with the dress.
Maybe.
Actually, it's the one that I sent you the photograph. It's the dress I'm wearing in that photograph that I sent you for the
cool
advertisement.
Yeah.
But it's got this big, huge bustle in the back, and invariably someone steps on the bustle during a tour.
And all I can think of is those big, bulky wedding dresses that people step on when you're on the dance floor. It's like the train and all that. Yeah.
Oh, this is bigger than my wedding dress was.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, that's crazy. So guys, you know, we're going to be here for a while, so make sure you get some questions put together. And Genevieve will definitely answer them for you. It's not a problem. About the happy hour as well. And I really think it's a fun idea. You know, I like that. It's very cool. So all the way around, I think it's just awesome tonight with what we're talking about. And I love having Genevieve here. It's perfect so far. We're having a great time. I can't believe it's already been a half hour. Can you believe that?
That went quick.
Yeah. Just shy of a few minutes, but yeah, it went real quick.
This is fun. Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh no, it's my pleasure. I mean, I love finding out new things, and when Dominic suggested this, I thought it would be great. You know, and it gives us a break from the normal stuff that we talk about. But you know, we talk about ghosts, we talk about Bigfoot, we talk about UFOs, we talk about all that stuff. So talking about tours, haunted tours, we're still keeping it within that genre stuff, and it's very cool. And I have to believe that doing tours like that, I've always wanted to do one. I think it would be loads of fun. I think it would be just fantastic.
It is a lot of fun. It's a very different type of audience that we attract. A lot of people call up and ask if there's jump scares or things like that. It's definitely not that kind of scare. It's more of a you got to kind of think about it a little bit kind of scare, but it does definitely stick with you. I've had people message me back saying, I was really kind of creeped out on your tour last night, and that's when I know I gave a really good tour.
That's a gold star.
Exactly. Or sometimes I'm telling a story and people go, ooh,
yeah,
yes, I win.
Mary Andrews is on here. She says, I love this. Well, thank you.
That's my mom.
That's your mom. Hi, Ma.
Hi, Mom.
We figured we'd do something awesome, and this is awesome. So Barry Murs has got another comment. He says, I was down in Gettysburg at the time of the canceled Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, and yes, it was very hot, but I held my own, toured some of the battlegrounds, and will be going back next year. Cool. That is a wonderful place to go, jogging around and going through all the battlefields and checking all that stuff out and learning the history. We go every year, and I look forward every year going there.
It's full of ghosts.
Oh, yeah. But I would love to come and take one of your tours. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I'd be so happy to have you.
Hey, yay! I guess I know what I'm doing as soon as the COVID is lifted. But yeah, that would be a blast. You're actually our first guest that we have brought on about tours and doing stuff like that. So you're our first, so this is great, so I'm very, very happy about it. So guys, don't forget, get your questions together for it. So I guess what I want to know now is, like you said, you're really big into Halloween and all that stuff. So, what is it that drew you to Halloween? Was it the fact it was like the pumpkins and the dress, or was it because of the eeriness of it, the
It started
What is it?
so long ago, and I will say my mom and her friend Barbara were definitely factors that played into it. And we always watched things like Tales from the Dark Side. Remember that show?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Oh yeah.
fascinated with this stuff. The costumes, dressing up on Halloween was probably one of my most favorite things. It still is. I still wear costumes every Halloween. So that's part of it. I'm a goth girl. I've been a goth girl since I was 16, so I have that
Awesome.
whole aesthetic,
Yeah.
plays into the Halloween thing. It's where I feel the most comfortable.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pagan. My family has witchcraft in our line since God, I don't know how long. I'm actually third generation myself, and we love Halloween. That's our New Year. That's
Oh
our
yeah. Yep.
favorite time of the year. We always tell stories. We'll get the kids together and we'll tell them the real Halloween stories, why
Yes.
there's pumpkins, why there's stuff like this.
Stingy Jack.
Yeah, but you know what? It's so cool to educate people about the true holiday instead of what's portrayed by social ideals, I
Yep.
guess. So if we tell them the facts and tell them the truth, it's so much like all these other holidays, too. There's just a lot of things, but belief in this stuff is becoming more and more progressive when it comes to the mysterious side. We're talking ghosts, we're talking witches, we're talking all of this stuff, and people today are becoming a lot more open to it.
Oh, definitely.
And with the wave of the religions and the wave of like horror movies have taken off. I mean, there are so many different types of horror movies, but it's the same with more documentaries, I guess, on things like I've always been into the paranormal, and it has nothing to do with the witch side of me, but it's always been because I'm very nocturnal. I don't get to bed till 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I sleep during the day. Nighttime has always been good for me. I could have been a vampire in a past life, who knows? But I really think that it's my time. I want to be out there because less people on the streets. I love the nighttime sounds,
Oh yeah.
the yelping from the coyotes or the foxes, the hearing the leaves rustle from deer going across the yard, and so many really weird enchanting things. And I guess that's the best word for me to explain it, is it's enchanting at night, especially when the moon is full and there's a little bit of fog coming off the creek. It's just magical to me.
Oh, I agree. 100%. And I
People.
live in Keyport, so we're about a block from the bay. So we get a lot of foggy mornings and a lot of
That's
foggy
awesome.
evenings.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I get picked on from time to time. Cindy isn't here yet. She's running late, but she picks on me because I have this since I was a little kid, and I don't know what my fascination is with it. But I've always wanted to have my queen size bed inside a king size casket, a coffin.
You just sleep better.
I think I would. I've always wanted that. So right from a teen, I started designing my own bed with putting a TV screen on the cover to where I'm laying in there. I could see.
You'll never have to get up.
I never have to get out of there. Never. I even had a little porta potty built for that thing.
Perfect.
Yeah. I even had a little door on the side so people could bring me fast food.
Even
so
better.
The tray comes in and God, I'm there. I'm stuck. I don't have to go anywhere.
As long as I can have my dog, I'd be good.
There you go. So why don't you kind of tell me, like, for you, the history of Halloween and all this ghost stuff? What is your real favorite part about Halloween?
I think part of it is the magic of it. I mean, if you look at Halloween night. I mean, aside from the fact that the veil is thin and the worlds are connecting between the living and the dead, I love that aspect of it. In fact, recently I just did a presentation, a Zoom presentation for Jersey Shore Ghost Tours on the history and traditions of Halloween,
Awesome.
to try to get that more in the popular mainstream a little bit. It really is that magical time of year, and everything is not quite what it seems.
Right.
You know, you're walking down the street, you're seeing people in costumes. You don't know who they are. You don't know. It's just, it's that in
It's like
between
a worldwide masquerade ball.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. You can be whatever you want. You can not be whatever you want. It's just, it's my favorite. Nothing makes me, no time of year makes me happier. You know, you have people that are fixated on Christmas, that just love Christmas time and the magic of Christmas time. For me, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's, I see it. It's like Halloween here. I mean, and it's so commercial right now. So it's like,
it is.
As soon as Halloween is over with, Christmas stuff comes out. If not
before
weekend.
even.
Yeah. And it's like, my God, I remember when I was a kid that, you know, you couldn't wait to see the decorations and stuff, and they couldn't come out fast enough. But, you know, even for Halloween. But now they're pushing it down our throats so much because of the dollar bill.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
That's all it's about is the dollar bill.
Absolutely.
You know, but yeah, the magic of Halloween versus like the magic of Christmas. They both have ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
Know? They both have all these magical things about them. They have a little fat elf in a red suit. You know, we have ghouls and goblins and witches and spacemen and all that stuff. Christmas, you get presents. Halloween, you get candy.
What's not to love?
Yeah, exactly. So you got two really good holidays back to back in some sense. Thanksgiving's in the middle, but you know, it's I think they're the two most popular holidays. I think they both have a lot going on. I mean, now you're seeing, like, Christmas time, there's always a lot of lights. Now you're seeing more lights during Halloween as well.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing the black lights, the red lights,
Yep.
you know, the ghosts lights, and all those blow-up things you stick in the front yard.
They're everywhere.
We have a big black cat, but he looks like somebody poked him in the eye because one of the eyes drooped, and it lights up down in his belly instead of in his eye socket. So it's pretty weird looking, but whatever.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's the time to be different. I should just put a big patch over his eye. Make it look like he's a pirate.
Perfect.
You know?
Absolutely.
Pirate cat, you know? That's perfect. Halloween for me, like I said, not only the magic and the mystery of it and all of that, being the first of the year for us, or the new year, it's just, and the veil being thin, you know, it's just, for us also, it's the time where we think about the ones that have passed the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Absolutely.
it's time for us to remember the dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of people go, why would you do that? And I'm like, well, you know, what, you can remember these people all year long, but this day for us particular is when we light our candles, is when we say our prayers, is where we say our goodbyes, or, you know, we remember the real important things about them, you know. Also on that night is the night that we will take, after our meals, after our feast on Halloween, we will take the leftovers and we'll take them to a corner, like you get to a Four Corners, and on the east side you place down the food for the souls that are walking, you know, past and going to their final destination. And it's just, there's so many cool things about that holiday that people just don't know. So for me, the mystery, the I don't know, the fantasy about it, all that great mystical stuff is what drew me into it. You know.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely. Yeah.
Hello, Tom Nelly. Tom Nelly says hi, Ted, and hi, Genevieve, and hi, Dom. It's nice to see you, Tom. Dominic says, I hate those blow-ups. Negative Nancy. Come on now. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things about Halloween, and it is my favorite time of the year. So Ghost Tours is fantastic. It goes along with it as well. There's like a lot of places where I live that are haunted. It would be great to put together something like what you're doing. We don't have a lot of famous stuff here, but we do have a place called the Avon Inn, which places Katharine Hepburn stayed there, the Fords stayed there, and it's haunted. You know, and every year we used to do a ghost hunt there, and we get
that's
like
fun.
20 people, and we do that, and it was amazing. You know, we didn't do it this year because of COVID, but hoping next year that we can get back to it. It's always a lot of fun.
Well,
no,
I have
Tom,
done.
I can't see you. He's like, wait, you can see me? No, I can see your name. Sorry to cut you off, Genevieve. Go ahead.
I was just going to say with the Christmas Halloween axis, we just started about 3 years ago doing a Ghosts of Christmas Past tour around Christmas time. So trying to not just continue the ghost tour season because I love it so much. I'm always looking to do more tours, but also to really honor some of the traditions that people have had at Christmas time. Because a lot of people would also do things like leave a plate out for the dead, tell ghost stories around fires at Christmas time. The Victorians were notorious for doing that. So really trying to keep that going. And what I do for that tour is a lot of fun. I researched a lot of international Christmas traditions, things that we may not have heard of, like the Icelandic Yule cat.
Wow.
No idea what that was until I started researching.
That sounds like fun.
It's a giant cat that comes to eat you if you don't have new clothes for Christmas.
Oh, wait a minute. I do know about that. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
so
I can't pronounce.
What's the other one? I'll think about it. You keep talking. Krampus.
Yeah. Yep. So I tried to incorporate a lot of those things, and also went around. Keyport has a lot of really beautiful Victorian homes, and a lot of them heavily decorate for Christmas. So I go through and pick out the really, really magnificent ones and stop at those houses to tell some stories. So it kind of gives it like that Christmas time. And in years past, I would have hot cocoa and treats and stuff for everybody. I can't do that this year.
Yeah.
And this year, in fact, I think that our Christmas tour is going to just be online.
Yeah. Well, and you know, like around here, people get in their cars and they have certain places that have been doing it for 20 years, I think, out here in Scottsville. This guy has been taking his lawn for Christmas and putting up hundreds of lights and displays and all that stuff. So people get in their cars and drive around and see out the lights. And when we were kids, that's what we did too.
That's what we did too. Yep.
Yeah. Folks just put you in the car and went.
Yep.
You know, it was a treat. It was a special treat. We, of course, did a lot of caroling too. We love to sing, so we did that as well. And but what people don't understand about Halloween time is you can do the same thing. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do in Halloween, and like I said, it's one of my favorite times of the year as well. So, you know, that's I'm loving talking about this stuff with you. It's fantastic. Somebody who loves Halloween as much as I do. Oh yeah.
In fact, this year I declared the Saturday after Halloween second Halloween.
Nice.
And I'm going to start celebrating that every year until it becomes a tradition in everybody's brain.
Awesome. Well, that's cool. So our little Miss Cindy has finally shown up in the backstage, so she's there.
Cool.
Beautiful as always. I see her. She's putting your ear plugs in, and tell me when you're ready, dear, and then I will bring you on. She's ready. She's ready. All right.
I'm just gonna eat a little.
Well, you were at a wake, so I understand. You just got back from a wake, so
I did.
You're okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So,
Don't worry.
Genevieve, meet Psychic Cindy. Genevieve. Genevieve
Hi.
runs ghost tours in New Jersey.
Fun!
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of fun.
She also does a paranormal happy hour.
Stop it. Tell me what that means.
You want to tell her again, real quick?
Sure. We call it the Haunted Happy Hour. It sort of started out of doing a virtual ghost tour that I ran because with coronavirus, a lot of things are going virtual. A group of people hung around on the call. I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
It was my son. Sorry, I'm sorry.
A group of us hung around on a call afterwards and started talking about paranormal stuff. So we started a Facebook page called The Haunted Happy Hour, and we meet just about every other week, and we talk about ghosts. We talk about Ouija boards. We talk about urban legends. We actually talked about Mothman one night.
That's fun.
It's a lot of fun, and it's really cool because we're really starting to create this nice little community, which is just so neat. And this
did you just friend request me?
I think I did, yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. I wasn't familiar with your name, so I haven't really been on Facebook, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know who this is yet. I don't have time to look to stalk. Really, that's what it comes down to. I couldn't stalk you. Okay.
Well, she loves Halloween, Cindy. That is her favorite time of the year, like us. We were just talking about it and stuff, and
yay!
Cindy has her ideals about Halloween. She loves it as like the rest of us do. Cindy is also a witch and a psychic. So a lot of really cool things. But we are going to take a minute here and do our commercial. So, Cindy, you go ahead and finish up, and Genevieve, don't go anywhere. Guys, we'll be right back, and we'll be talking some more stuff about the tours and the happy hour and more Halloween stuff, I'm sure.
Bye.
We won't get away from that stuff anytime soon because it's our favorite time of the year, you know?
Yes.
That's right.
We'll be right back.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
All right, guys, we are back talking with Genevieve. Cindy is finally here.
And eating pudding.
And is that what it is? What kind of pudding is it? Rice pudding?
Yes.
I knew it.
Cozy Shack rice pudding.
Yes, I knew it.
And it's all mine. I don't share with the boys, so I can double dip as much as I want.
I am a fan of the chocolate by that company. And I also like the tapioca as well. I'm not big on the rice pudding.
I picked that one up on accident. I'm like, I don't want you. Be back. Be gone with yourself.
Do you know what's funny? It's a tradition like here, like my family.
I missed you so much, by the way.
Oh, I miss you too.
Because we didn't have the show for the last 2 weeks, right? I mean,
yeah, we didn't have it last week. We had it the week before, but yeah. So, but anyways, one of the traditions here is bread pudding. We love bread pudding.
So did my dad.
Oh, really? With the raisins and all that stuff, and you just
I
put
can't do it. You know why?
Maple syrup on it, and
it's PTSD.
Okay, you gotta explain. What do you mean PTSD?
I have PTSD when it comes to soggy bread. We were so poor when I was a kid that if we had no cereal, which was often enough, but and I was like 10, and I just, and powdered milk. Ugh, I have never given that to my children because I have PTSD about it. We would have to rip the bread up and put it in the milk and put sugar on it. And listen, when you're hungry, you'll eat it.
Yeah.
But I have PTSD about any kind of soggy bread. substance.
I get it. It's serious for you. I get it. But I totally get that. Because we were too. And when you have a father that's in the military that moves from town and city to base to base, and you're, stuck, your mom raises you, 4 kids.
Yep.
And you eat what you
My
have to
father
eat,
was a trucker.
So kids were eating pizza, like from Pizza Land or Pizza Hut or whatever. We were taking like pieces of bread and putting ketchup on it and cheese and just putting cheese on it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We had wish you sandwiches a lot. Wish you had some meat. Wish you had some cheese. I had bread, and I know this is probably going to sound super gross, but even if we had cheese or meat, I still would eat sandwiches with mustard and mayonnaise. That's it.
Nasty. Couldn't wait to tell that story,
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. I get it. I eat weird stuff. It's okay.
Well, we were talking about Halloween, and we were talking about her tours, and there's a lot of things that, and we were talking about the holidays, how some of that stuff crosses over, the truth about Halloween, some of the things that entice people to go on these tours. Ghosts or hauntings is the biggest draw, and they get all the information as in the history for free. They sign up because they want to know about ghosts. But
I love it.
They get history as well, and that's what's really nice about tours. And we briefly talked about Gettysburg because they have the tours and stuff like that as well. So trying to catch you up, Cindy, a little bit.
I appreciate you, bud.
So
I miss you.
I miss you too. But I just told Genevieve, I said I would love to come to one of her tours and check it out.
You know what I'm going to say. That's a big fuck yeah.
Thank God I'm a rated R show.
I look so sweet and innocent. I know. Although everybody in there, they're like, Cindy is not innocent. She's not kidding anybody. That bitch is not kidding anybody. Listen, I feel like all you can see is my boobs, for fuck's sake. What'd you say?
I said part angel, part truck driver.
Wait, what did Chanel say? Chanel said she is something like she's a being of light and part truck driver. Hey, Dominic! Oh my God, Dominic! Did your dad open the tarot cards? That's all I want to know, Dominic.
I would like to know that too.
Dominic, did your dad open the package? Fuck yeah, make it happen. I don't know. Oh yeah, he's talking about us going down there.
Yeah. And, yeah, make it happen.
The last one by Tom. That's hysterical.
Those of us who know Cindy know damn right, well, that she is not innocent. Laugh my ass off. There you go. Tom Nally, believe it or not, we used to do cheese whiz sandwiches as well.
No, we didn't. That was too expensive for us.
Oh, cheese whiz was actually bad. That I remember.
You got them today. Wait, did you intercept them, or did your dad get them? Yeah. Come on, you were supposed to be there letting him open the package with the video going so we could see his face. I'm glad you intercepted them, Dom.
Barry says they have a haunted history tour at the Seward Mansion location in Auburn, New York during Halloween. It is fascinating.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. I was just in Seneca Falls. It's so cool down there.
Oh, it's very nice in Seneca Falls. I really think that some of these towns that have a lot of history should think about doing more tours. I mean, some of these places have some really interesting history between the wars and all that other stuff. I mean, even just here in where I live, we have the Underground Railroad. And the deaths and all the stuff from that would be fantastic to, put out there for people to hear. That, and we have the hanging tree or torture tree, which is in Kylerville, where those two sergeants were tortured by the Indians. And but that was really gross in what they did to these people. I mean, including beheading.
God, yes.
But there was a lot of torture.
I'm eating. Don't explain.
But yeah, so I mean, I think the tours are a great idea, and I would love.
Super fun.
Yeah. So
listen, I am eating.
Dominic says send
half
him
of
your
this.
address.
Oh, okay. Listen, I am eating the other half tonight, so please don't judge. I have my period. I'm fine with it.
What the hell?
There's no shame in my game.
But we don't need to know some of this stuff. Tom says
it's natural. Women bleed and don't die.
Tom Nelly says, Ted and Cindy, you should both come to PA and do a walkthrough investigation of Selma Mansion. I know I have mentioned it before, but I know you would both love it there.
I definitely want to, so bad.
Yeah. Well,
that one mansion. What was the name? What is the mansion we did?
Haldeman,
yes. Scary as shit.
Yeah.
Scary shit.
I would love to go up to New Jersey. I would love to go up there and see some of. That'd be great. We
have a lot of stuff. Not just on our tours. We've got, we're New Jersey's been in print for over 20 years. And they've constantly got content. So there's a lot of stuff in New Jersey.
That's awesome.
The only thing I don't like about Jersey is all those damn turnaround things, those right turn things. I hate those right turn things.
Oh, the roundabouts?
Oh my God, they drive me nuts. Those, and when we first went to Jersey for the
Jansen.
What the hell is the New Jersey? Did we go to that paranormal?
Paraunity.
New Jersey Paraunity.
Oh yeah,
Paraunity.
We the very first one. My husband and I vended there because my husband's an artist. So he had a table. I make jewelry, and we had all sorts of really cool stuff. And then we vended at the second one, and then we didn't from there. But that was a great convention.
Right.
Yeah. I'm dying to get out there. That's John, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Really
John
great
and Chris.
people.
Yep, John and Chris.
Yeah. They're
So
both cool people.
We did have a question from Barry. He wanted to know, do you have a favorite costume for Halloween, Genevieve? And if so, what would it be?
Ooh.
Every year I try to do something different. One year, one of my favorites, I did a Bride of Frankenstein, and I made a whole wedding dress. But the coolest part, I love the little details, really detailed stuff. I took wax and I put black thread through it, so it looked like my hands were sewn on.
That's freaking amazing.
It was so much fun. That was one of my favorites. But last year, I actually did a tour dressed as a ghost. Yeah. So I got tons and tons of layers of tulle, and I had this dress. It was a white dress with it looked like a spray paint of a skeleton on it. And then did all the tulle, and I had this big candelabra that I carried around that glowed. That was probably one of my more recent favorites.
But what did you call yourself for it?
I was a ghost.
You were a ghost.
I was a ghost.
I didn't hear that part. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It went in through one ear and out the other. I'm a ghost right now. It's fine.
It's good. We're all good.
It's fine. It's okay. Whoa, Sydney.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I really like this whole idea. I would love to talk to Avon.
Oh my gosh, that would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun because we always do the investigations there, but actually do a tour to explain why the place is haunted would be great, and then adding a couple other locations on it would be just.
I wouldn't want to know anything about it though. That's my stipulation. I can't know anything about it.
Ahead of time.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. That's how I work. Don't know anything about it, and then I like doing a walkthrough and give everybody, whomever, what I get, and then you can corroborate or not corroborate.
That's really cool. That could be a whole event.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have run some tours. I have a very dear friend who's a psychic, Jennifer Davino. We've done some tours together where I do the ghost part and she picks up on whatever the paranormal activity is going on. and she's done some readings for people as we're walking. So that's a really fun.
She sounds a lot like me. I tell you.
But that's a really fun way to do a tour because people are getting not just the ghost tour, but they're getting either little readings or they're getting validation from what she's picking up. So it's really, really fun.
Yeah.
But what would be really cool is if you guys did a road trip down to New Jersey and stopped at haunted places along the way.
I can't believe you're saying this right now. I cannot. Literally, I literally just said this to one of my friends. I said, you know what? Maybe I should do because I have stops where my friends are all across the country. I'm like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be fun to do a road trip, cross country,
road trip,
and do all these little places, and be able to see my friends and do readings or whatever. And then, listen, my son's school is pretty. I can make it happen, so they can only do it online.
Terrible, Mom.
Okay,
terrible.
boys, we're going on a trip. I don't know. That might freak me out. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. It's Tom Nally. Oh, my gosh. Nick Moulet.
Yeah, so we have Gene just popped in. We also have Tom Nally, like I said earlier, and then Nick Moulet is here as well. Dominic says he'll fly in. Well, get your beam ready,
Gene?
buddy.
He keeps saying that, and I keep telling him he's got to quarantine if he comes here.
Yeah.
I know, and that's the part that obviously I won't be able to do a road trip right now because of the whole corona.
Yeah, and I don't know, Cindy, if you saw that or not, but they're quarantining, or they're shutting down counties now, per county. Like Monroe County right now.
Monroe County is yellow, and we've gone to only 4 people at a table for our restaurant again, and we're nothing after midnight. My sister just told me. I mean, this is what we talk about at the wake of my aunt. We talk about, because my brother said, my brother Tim said, I'm hungry. Are we going out to eat? And Normie says, no, there's too many of us. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And she said, yeah, we're back to yellow. So they've stopped certain counties, Monroe County, because we're higher than we've ever been, I guess. And this is the thing is, our school had corona. We had our first case of corona last week, I think it was. Was it last week? Yes, because the kids couldn't go to school Monday and Tuesday. And then they went back to school on Thursday and Friday. But I'm like, but are we sure? So now I'm freaking out. So Jet's sinuses are Jet's, can you hear him? He's like snuffling. And our allergies are usually really bad now anyway.
Well, change of the
so
season.
Now I'm like,
so, yeah.
Yes, but me, because they just had a coronavirus outbreak. It's one person at least. Okay. But that one person was around some of our family members, and my son was around those family members. So now I'm freaked out, and I'm going, I understand it's probably just his allergies. But up in here, I'm going, ah! Right. I said to Jet, I'm like, Jet, do we need to let's get a coronavirus test for you. Because I was out earlier in the day because we had eye appointments. I'm like, let's just go get you a corona test. He's like, all right, maybe. He's like, maybe I don't want that thing shoved up. I'm like, it's fine. You're fine.
I just had one last week. I was sick the week before Halloween and just had a coronavirus test. It was not pleasant.
Well, really, because I did too, 3 Fridays ago, and they changed the test. At least here they did. It doesn't have to go all the way up into your nasal cavity anymore. They're just swabbing the back part of your nose. It's not going all the way up anymore.
I don't think that's good. That's not good results. Absolutely not. You better shove that stick up to my son's brain. Shove it to his brain. I have allergies too, and so my allergies have been horrible lately. But
Dominic says, today on a TV set, we were masked and ate lunch alone.
Oh.
Wait,
Nice.
what? Oh, a TV set, like the set they were filming.
Yeah, a set of a TV show. Yes.
Got it. I did not understand. I thought, like back in the old days, a TV set was actually a TV set.
Like the big wooden TV set.
Yes. Yes. And I had one of those in the 70s, and I literally like just saw all these people sitting on a TV set, and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get it. So they're masked and they're eating their lunches alone on this TV set. Never mind. It's okay.
I'm going to bring your attention back to JerseyShoreGhostTours.net. Make sure that you guys check this out. Also, we did put it there in the chat, in the comments, that you guys could check out her happy hour. So you just click on that, or right-click, highlight it, and post it in your Facebook search thing, bar, whatever you want to call it. And you can check that out as well. In fact, there it is again, unless you want to sit there and write all those numbers down. You can do that as well if you'd like. But all right, so
too funny.
Nick, I'm still loving this whole thing where about the pirates. I mean, the whole thing that you were talking about with the pirates. Well,
yeah, but she's going to go back to it now for me. God, Cindy, we have to repeat everything for you.
Well, her tour talks about a lot of different things, and she has 2 tours. And
matey.
Yeah, seriously.
And I think it's great, but I mean, pirates are one of those things that draw people in. I mean,
and it's even more fun when we have little ones on the tour, because you talk about pirates and they're like, "Yes, give me more. I want more pirates."
Aw, cute.
Because we have people of all ages that come on the tour, and I do try when there's really young ones to try to make it a little bit less gory and a little bit less macabre, but they're there for it. They want it. They're like, "Yes, we want to know all about it." And then they tell me all their little ghost stories and stuff. It's fun.
Aw, that's so cute. I love it.
Yeah. I've never been on a tour. That's why I'm thinking that this will be a lot of fun. I'd love to do it.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, it's one of those things that whenever I go to a different city, I travel pre-COVID, travel a lot for my day job. And I, every time I go to a new place, that's the first thing I do is I look to see if there's a ghost tour.
Cool.
Part of it because I'm so interested in it, but also because it's definitely like the coolest way to see a new city. You see things that you wouldn't normally get to see.
Yeah. That makes so much sense, though.
What does a ghost tour normally cost to go on?
It depends on where. Our tours are $15 for adults and $13 for kids.
That's not bad.
It's a decent, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I've gone on tours that were upwards of $30 and $40. New Orleans tours are a little more expensive.
Right.
Tom.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh. Nick is accosting Tom, I'm just saying, in the chat. Telling him to type a straight sentence.
Well, he did.
And
the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dogs. He did it.
That's completely straight.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no dirtiness about it at all.
None. Damn it.
Oh, Cindy.
Okay, can I just share something from the wake?
Okay.
So there may be a small child in my family who was so fascinated with my aunt's body that child kept going up to her and just wanted to touch her.
Aww.
Isn't that so funny?
Aww.
Hi, Kimberly. What's that?
It's cute, too.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the kid was seeing something that the adults couldn't see.
Well, this adult could see. Anyway, but I guess that child has done it in the past with other dead bodies.
Well,
now it's interesting.
Isn't this fascinating? fascinating. Like, I'm like, oh, maybe he'll grow up to be a mortician, right?
Yeah,
that's what it's called, a mortician.
Thinking. That's what I was
and
thinking.
I'm like, oh my God, that would be me. And then his mother, see, I'm not trying to divulge who it is in my family, but she said, and I could do the makeup. And I'm like, oh my God, yes. I'm like, and she's like, we could give our business cards out. I'm like, absolutely, keep it in the family, right? We were talking about that, keep it in the family. And I'm like, oh my God, you could just go to hospitals and start giving out your card. And they're like, maybe you shouldn't have said that.
It's a bit morbid. There's just a bit of morbidity there with you.
And then we went to serial killers from there. And I was thinking
as
of
one
Frank.
does.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I mean, it should all turn around to serial killers after that point.
Then vampires
Which, by the
and
way,
werewolves
my niece just went to a park here in Rochester, ghost hunting, and it was for the Arthur Shawcross dump site.
Oh,
Ew.
where's that?
In Rochester, it's one of the parks. I'd have to get the name of it again. Because it was one of the dump sites. Yeah. Yeah. And Arthur Shawcross is a serial killer here in Rochester. We've had several. It's fine. I mean...
Yeah, one of the safest cities in the world.
Safest cities to breed serial killers. It's fine.
Yeah, we have a lot
I mean, and then we take our serial killers and let them go and go other places and be serial killers again there. And then it's fine. And then they teach other people how to be serial killers. It's fine. It's fine. God.
Our show took such a serious twist and just went, as soon as Cindy got here, it just...
It is. It's all my fault. I will take complete... I mean, it's been a very strange day, okay? It's very strange. I have one child that's touching dead people, and I have another child searching for dead people from serial killers that have dumped bodies there. It's fine. There was a serial killer that killed Captain Crunch and the Trix Rabbit. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We have to get them. Well, actually, probably they should be dead because it's filled with sugar. It's fine. That serial killer needs to kill more.
Wow, you are definitely dark tonight, young lady.
I am a little dark tonight. I should have all black eyes. Hang on a second.
I'm used to being the darkest one.
Look, and I'm so fair and looking so innocent. Now I'm dark.
Barry Martz brought up Michael Keane has a book about female serial killers in the 19th century. I recommend buying it. It was a good read. I did. Actually, it was about one of the first female serial killers, as Barry had said. And it was very...
I'm lopsided.
This is now... It's Killer Talk Radio now instead of Paratalk Radio.
I have to if I'm doing this, I better put the girls out there for the guys.
But yeah,
not Teddy. He hates boobs.
Yeah. So I think that serial
and
killer...
I have a pretty nice rack if you liked them.
Hey, all right, Racky. I think the serial killer might have been the bee from Honey Nut Cheerios. Okay.
Yes, that would explain a lot because he's trying to go for the natural sugar, and they're all filled with high fructose corn syrup. Although I'm pretty sure it tastes too.
Wow. Well, let's get back on track. Let's talk about now that we've wasted 15 minutes on that. Oh
my God, Cindy's getting naked. I knew that's what at least one would realize, that I'm taking my clothes off. Where was my music? Damn it.
She's
I had a
out
moment
there tonight, folks. I apologize for her. She is
Please, you never apologize for me. Nobody ever needs to apologize for me. I do not apologize for myself either. You're welcome.
Well, I guess I'll be going to some of these tours by myself. But
you won't.
But
You need a ride there, and I'm usually the ride. Unless you get Sheila to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My truck just doesn't like me these days. So,
Well, I wasn't even talking about that. Teddy doesn't like to drive.
I don't. Especially at long distance. If I drive an hour,
Right.
I'll be asleep like an hour and 2 minutes later.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we like to sing musicals and stuff like that. We like decide what our genre is going to be, and then we just start singing and listening to music.
Yeah. It's kind of like a glee off.
A Cleo.
One of us can sing, and one of us can't. No, it's actually the opposite. Look at Teddy's face. I'm the one that will make ears bleed. It's fine.
It's all fine. It's fine.
It's fine. So, tours, I want to bring it back there. So it's like...
Oh, Jen wants to write a book?
Oh.
That's what Dom just said.
All right.
All right,
us.
give it up, Genevieve. A.K.A. Jen.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a bit more with all the coronavirus stuff because our tours are so limited now. I thought it would be a really cool idea to start getting some stories together, write a book. I mean, for me, I think the best part of it really is telling the stories. So, and no, I'm not gonna lie, the best part is really performing and telling the stories. But
Yes.
really like getting that, like, I'm here. I love that part of it.
I hear chains.
It's
You
my
have somebody
dog.
that you are torturing under your desk?
It's my beagle. He's on the floor scratching his collar.
She did that, and I just had an epiphany. We were singing ghost tours. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be like that whole. You guys watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The musical? We could do the whole musical.
Oh, I haven't seen the musical, but no, that's cool. Yeah. I think that'd be awesome.
Tom.
Yeah, so I've been looking into doing that just to in all my downtime.
And
There's no
I think with
downtime.
that, though, it would help your tours, too, though, wouldn't it? I mean, to talk about that and,
Racky, though.
yeah, I mean, I think that would kind of bring light to your tour. I mean, especially if
I
that's
think
what you're
so.
talking about.
I think so. The other thing we're looking into is actually doing some online things where there's a website where you can build a tour. So I can put all of my stops in the tour.
Right.
And someone can buy the tour and they can walk it themselves.
Oh,
and
that's
hear.
a cool idea.
So it's kind of like when you go to a museum and you get the headphones and you hear the stories at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking into doing that now too. Just
That's fun.
other things.
What a
just
great-
keep going.
Yes, but it's a way, like, we really had to come up with creative ways to make money.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. That's a great way.
Well,
Yeah.
how does the tours, your tours now, how are you doing it now? I mean, I know you're doing an online tour, but how does that work?
So we do the online stuff through Zoom. And that's a little bit, it's not as, I haven't really gotten it to be as good as I really want. Right now I'm doing like PowerPoint presentations and telling the stories. But for the last 4 weeks, we've been doing some in-person tours. So we've been running our regular tours just with a decreased limit. Everyone wears masks. I've got hand sanitizer for everybody and all that fun stuff. And everyone stays 6 feet apart. I had to buy a little personal. It is. This past weekend was our last weekend. The frustrating part for me is that, like I said, usually we've got 30 to 40 people on a tour this time of year, and I had to cap it at like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
So I had to turn people away, and I don't like to do that. I feel
can understand
bad.
that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully we'll see this change soon. Hopefully,
yeah.
We'll see things get back to somewhat normal.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of us that are in this field or this genre, we're all feeling it really hard because, like with our events that we have, there may be 15 to 20 events that we go to every year or that's displayed that we can go to. And now you're getting maybe 1 or 2 out of the whole year. And it's really just kind of pushing everybody down and making them sad. And you know, I think the only thing that's working is like the local podcasts and interviews that they're having that way are helping, but the fun isn't there. I mean, even some of the investigations, like here in New York, I think it was like 2 months ago, teams started going back out to investigate. And now, because of what's happening here,
I think it's been longer than that now, isn't it?
It might be. But now it's changing back again to where, you know, teams aren't able to get out there because, like, especially here in New York, they're going by county. So it's like certain places you can't get into, you know.
I like what Dom just said. He said the live was so fun, though, and it made me feel a part of the group. I like that.
Stop sucking
because
up,
it gives
Dominic.
it a different perspective, though. True, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes it more like you're just like watching over somebody's shoulder, or you know, you're getting a different perspective, right?
Mm.
And that's sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, that makes sense.
I think one of the fun things about doing the virtual stuff, and I'll probably continue to do that after this whole pandemic is resolved.
Yeah.
But one of the really cool things is I never would have met Dominic. He's in Florida. I'm in New Jersey.
Right.
So
exactly.
Yeah, we're making connections all throughout the country, and people.
You're absolutely right.
Awesome.
I mean, because same with Teddy, because Dom was on Teddy's show, and I met Dom through Teddy. So you're absolutely right. I mean, we're making all these really cool connections that we may never have made.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome. And they're cool people. Cool ass people.
Well, I think that's one thing. It's like when you're doing something like on a normal basis, things seem cool. You're meeting people, but not
Eric.
like this. This gave us a new direction to go, and it opened up, and it did make some things better. But it also kind of put a damper on some of the other stuff. Yeah. So, you know, now, but after this is done and over with, we're gonna have twice as much stuff. You know, we're gonna have twice as much things that things that we can do.
Yes.
So we'll have that.
But
as
it's like a plethora then, and now people have a choice. You know,
right?
Which is nice.
Oh, I agree. I sometimes, you know, having more to choose from makes it a little more exciting and more accessible for people that can't. I mean, people that can't do walking tours, especially if they're in a wheelchair or they're laid up home being sick. This gives them another avenue to go and enjoy that, you know. So it's very cool. Hello, Eric. Nice to see you, buddy. But yeah, it's cool. Well, it was like we did with Talk with Teddy. We were bringing on musicians that couldn't perform on stage, so we would bring them in and they would perform on Talk with Teddy. And we would give them an opportunity to also be interviewed and get their music out there and stuff like that. So, you know, the interview process, like what we have now, I love it. I mean, it's helped in a lot of ways. But we all are getting that whole thing of kind of like the winter drab where you're stuck inside for 4 months and now you want to get out and do something.
4? It's like 6 months here, Teddy. Come on.
I don't know about you, but I like being out in the snow, so...
Because you're a Capricorn. That's why.
Well, so... Dominic says, I appreciate you all. It helped my life. Well, thank you. Congrats, Genevieve, on recent legislation for New Jersey.
Wait, what was that? Oh, wait, what's going on? See, I don't have regular TV. Sorry, guys. What's going on?
Just voted to legalize recreational use of marijuana in New Jersey.
Well, listen, I think Oregon has everybody beat.
Yeah,
Oregon they did pot, they did crack, they did meth and coke and heroin. They're like, let's just let everybody carry it around with them. It's fine. But you know what? It's only personal use, right? And not only that, Netherlands did it a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
And it worked. It absolutely worked. They weren't flooding the system with people that had personal use that weren't selling, and it helped a lot.
Boosted their economy. Economy.
Yep.
Amazing.
It was a lot better.
Hello, Mr.
So
Steve
I just
Perry.
have to say something about. Did you guys see that Racky? Because you called me Racky. So Nick thought it was funny, and he said, but Racky, though, that makes a good serial killer name. So is it my boobs that kill them? I'm just curious. I mean, if we're going to say this, we might as well get the whole story out there. They are such a great rack that they are lethal.
Oh my God, Cindy. Ugh.
Listen, it's super fun. We can go super dark with this. I mean, it's fun. And then you see, this is how it happens because I'm a serial killer. I weave them in because of course, the boobs, right? But it gets better. So, as they're trying to do certain things with the boobs, as they're doing certain things with the boobs, I have implanted these spikes that have poison. So then I just press my Spidey button. Bing, they're dead. And they'll never know.
I'll write you into the book, Cindy.
Wow. Good. Dominic, there's a new poem somewhere in there about ladies' breasts turning into spiky boobs that kill people.
Spiky poison boobs.
Poison boobs. I'm lost for words here, guys.
Maybe I should have everybody pay to see these spiky poison boobs.
Yeah, Steve
oh my
says
God!
that
Look at
Cindy
more
drank,
revenue.
Cindy,
What'd you say?
Steve Berry says she drank 2 5-hour energies.
I wish. I've only just had a few sips of this. My luscious lemony lemonade, and it does have caffeine in it. It's sparkling love, but it does say with vitamins, antioxidant, energy, and 0 sugar.
See, Genevieve, when you wanted to come on Paratalk Radio, you didn't know it was going to be like this, did you?
I've been watching.
Oh, okay.
I was prepared.
Kimberly's like,
Smart
oh my
girl.
God, Cindy. Kimberly is like, oh my God, Cindy.
Which part is she oh my godding about? The energy part or the spiky poison boobs?
Dominic says, my beer and my wallet hit the floor.
That's a joke from back.
Tom Nelly says, oh my God, Cindy, we have to make an adult-rated movie with you as the serial killer, Cindy the Rack.
Actually, listen, I have a friend in Rochester, and he's in film school at RIT. So, and he loves the horror genre, and if I showed him my boobs, he would probably pass out. But he would love the whole idea of spiky poison boobs. Wait, I'll pay $2 and buy 2 bottles of energy water to see the poison boobies. Steve, you got to pay me a lot more than that, baby. These are killers. I'm just waiting for folks, one of my sons to pay attention to what I'm saying before you hear.
I'm apologizing to all of our guests tonight and to all of our people in the chat room too.
I told you, do not apologize for me.
Oh,
are you apologizing for yourself?
Maybe.
Lord have mercy.
Maybe. Oh my goodness.
Rack.
I think this is because she hasn't seen me
Rack
in
'em
2
up.
weeks. I think that's what it is.
I haven't. We haven't seen each. It's been 3 weeks, I feel. We had 2 weeks in a row, I thought.
No.
Yes, it was.
No.
I'm certain. How long has it been, you guys? Were we here 2 weeks ago, or has it been 3 weeks ago?
Last week we didn't have a show because they canceled. The week before we were here.
Are you sure? I don't think so. I thought you couldn't do it because your parents, and you had just gotten in too late.
Maybe. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. So
yes, because that means I just miss you.
Well, guys, I just parental advisory love. That's what Dominic just put on. But guys, on a serious note, I want to thank Genevieve for coming on here and sharing her story about the tours. I think the tours are fantastic. I think it's just I'm loving it. I would like to go. Make sure you check out JerseyShoreGhostTours.net and check out her haunted happy hour because that would be awesome as well. I was there for a little bit.
You were there that night.
Yeah.
Which one? Why didn't I go?
I was there for. I don't think you knew about it, but I was there for a little bit. Not for long.
Oh my God, Genevieve's boobs were out. She's
no, not mine.
Okay. Wait, somebody's boobs were out.
Something else was out. We got hacked.
Yeah.
A penis.
Many.
Wait, hacked by those hackers?
Yeah, we have I don't know who it was, but it happened twice actually. It happened on our first one, the one that Teddy was on, and that was our first happy hour, and I was devastated. Absolutely.
Oh my God. It probably wasn't very much to recognize or even announce, and
it was horrifying though.
It was
It was also, in addition to that, there were a lot of really horrific comments that they were popping up in the chat.
Yes.
I was absolutely mortified.
We've gotten it.
Yeah,
too.
we know who it is, and we know all about it. So.
Yeah. What? And then 2 weeks later, it happened again.
Mm-hmm.
And I had people pre-register for that one. I thought we would be like, okay, but no.
So
did you make them pay when they pre-registered?
No.
That's the difference.
Really?
In order to let them be in, they should have to pay ahead, and then they'll be entered in. So did you do it? Where did you do it through?
On Zoom.
So maybe you need to do it through like somebody else where they have to pay in advance, and then you can see it.
Yeah, I just don't want
to so much about Cindy's boobs. Oh my God, he's ridiculous. Can you guys just grow up? They're boobs, for God's sake. Poison, spiky boobs or not, they're just boobs.
You started. That's all you started it.
He's scared of my boobs.
Well, yeah, that's okay. He'll get over it. But
he's such a youngin'.
Briefly, her tours we talked about the happy hour, which sounds like a lot of fun. So make sure you check that out. We have come upon our time to end the show already. It has been
Wait, 9:30.
Yeah, it's 8 to 9:30. Yeah.
Wait, you changed the time of the show?
It's always been an hour and a half. We've just always ran over.
It was always 8 to 10. I've been here for 2.5 years.
Yeah, we always ran over. Always. So, yeah.
I don't know anything about this 9:30 business.
Nick says, hey, I'm a youngster here, and I'm just getting started. So, okay.
You're fine, Nick. You're not that young.
Of course, we have Tom with his normal. See, this is what happens when you have a show on the internet or out there. It doesn't matter. It always goes towards sexual stuff at the end of the show. Doesn't matter where it is. It's always about that stuff. You know.
That's hysterical.
Run over is loved. I know. I got it. Well, we are going to run over a little bit. It's already a little over, and we still have to talk about things coming up and stuff like that. Yes, so we're good. So, yes, you're 27, so that is a little young. Yeah.
It is not that young. My daughter's only 2 years older than him.
I'm picking. But
18, 17, young.
Yeah. Well,
he should know about boobs by now. Nick.
I just want to make sure we need to end this part before we can get to the other. So I just want to say again to Genevieve, thank you so much for coming on here and joining us and filling us in about the Jersey.
I want to see one.
And your happy hour. I wish you best of luck with all of that and continued success on it. I hope it does.
Thanks.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Thank you guys so much. This was so much fun.
I'm sorry I missed you earlier. I feel terrible.
Well, you had a good excuse. You're awake.
Yeah. See, I've had to behave myself for so long today, and now it was my time to bust free.
Yeah, we see this now. Yeah.
See what being around the
next Monday,
dead people
it's
do
a
to me.
straight jacket and duct tape, just so you know.
Could you imagine my sons doing that for you?
Somehow I could see it being screwed up, though.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, it was very loud.
Yeah, it scared me.
Barry Mark says, nice to have you on, Genevieve.
Thank you.
Barry said that. And, we have a great show here. We have a lot of good people in the chat room. They love the people that we bring on. And for some reason, they've been sticking around with us going on 5 years. I haven't figured that out yet. But, we do appreciate them.
Yeah, it'll be 5 years for you in January, Teddy.
That's awesome.
And 3 for me in February.
Yep, going strong. So,
That's
Genevieve,
right.
you're more welcome to hang around, or you can split. Whatever you want to do is fine with us. Doesn't matter. Cindy, it's come to that time. What do you got going on this week coming up?
I have, what is this week's date? I have individual readings, of course. I really
Tuesday?
can't think. I do have Taco Tuesday, which equals Tarot Tuesday, because Teddy likes to call it Taco Tuesday. I do have my funeral in the morning, but then I'm going to do Tarot Tuesday at night. Thursday is my Just Cindy podcast. And I have a contest, and I have to figure out the logistics of it because I don't understand some of it. So I need to figure out how I can get this to play out. But I have a really fun contest coming up.
On your podcast?
It's for a Psychic Cindy all the way across. So
Nice.
Just Cindy, Psychic Cindy, etc.
Nice.
Paratalkradio Cindy, anything
Wow.
that Cindy is in. Yes.
No, awesome.
Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. As soon as I can figure out a couple little logistical things, it's going to be super fun.
Cool.
Steve, I'm telling you, it's going to be fun.
There you go. Well, I can tell you that for me tomorrow night on Talk with Teddy, we have Mr. Dominic with us. He is going to be talking about his new book, and we're going to be talking about his new show that starts next week on WLF.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for Dom's show.
Yeah, so we're going to
His
have
set is so
that.
goddamn cool.
Yeah, he's got a very cool
So
set.
cool.
So that and the last week we had the beginning show of Everything Yet Nothing show with T. Roy and Biggins, which was fun. It was actually a really cool show. I was a guest. They talked about now I'm trying to think of the way he put it, but it was about gays in the hillbilly atmosphere or setting, and we discussed how Southern hillbilly folk feel about gay people and blah blah blah. With T-Roy being an openly gay man with makeup and all that stuff, it turned out to be a really good show. And Biggins being the hillbilly that he is, it was fantastic. So I really loved it. So it is available to still watch on WLFE's Facebook page. So just look up for Everything Yet Nothing, and check it out. It was a lot of fun. Teddy played a
Nick
little role.
says he's got his own show now, or part of the show at least.
Cool. Very cool.
Congratulations, Nick.
Yeah. And other than that, next Monday you'll see us right back here on Paratalk Radio. And I still have no idea what I'm doing for Talk with Teddy next week either. Still working on that. But,
I don't know what I'm doing for Just Cindy.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I may do it tomorrow instead because tomorrow's the 11/11 portal. I better decide that right now.
You're going to do what tomorrow?
I might make my Just Cindy tomorrow for the 11/11 portal instead of on Thursday.
Is it going to conflict with one of the other shows?
I don't know. That's what I needed to find out.
Yeah, well, we can figure that out afterwards. After the show, we can
Yeah.
look at the schedule and see. And we'll go from there. But I guess that's it. It was a fun night. We talked about what's happening and what's coming up. And Genevieve's still here. She stayed with us. That's awesome. That's awesome. I guess that's it for me.
I want to go to New Jersey and check it out, though, for real.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, that would be so much fun.
I have some like amateur ghost hunting equipment and stuff. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have too much ghost stuff. Too much. In fact, I was thinking about them today. I was going through some of it. I was thinking about selling some of the stuff that I've got just because I've got way too much. I have that converted camper that we tow behind the truck that we take inside up to do our investigations with. You can plug and play and all that stuff. It's got 5 monitors. Cool. It's very cool, but cool. I haven't used it in over a year, and it just sits there, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So I may sell it. Who knows? But other than that, I guess I'm done on my end. I
just wanted to say thank you again, guys. This was so much fun. I really appreciate it.
It was fun having you here.
The fun started when I got here, right, Genevieve? I'm just...
Nobody can have fun when I'm here? What the hell?
I just spiced it up with the fun.
You certainly did something. It's
my wild energy tonight.
Yeah,
what's
it's
that?
All right. We love having you on. So we love having you here.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Cindy being my co-host 3 years, it's been fun. It's never been boring. It's been a hell of a ride. Wild roller coaster ride, like a wild roller coaster ride. So
hold on, I'm a wild ride.
So Nick says, hopefully I won't be screaming about Cindy's rack when I fall asleep.
Oh my God, thank you for reminding me, Nick. Oh my God, Teddy, I had a dream about you. You were singing on a stage.
Okay.
No, future thing. You were singing on a stage.
Well, to kind of let you in on something, the boys and I are doing a rehearsal in a couple weeks.
See, I fucking knew it. Listen, I can't tell you how many things I say stuff to people and they're like, okay. And then literally I have had, oh my gosh, I can't even, oh my gosh, I've had so many people come to me going, yep, you were right, having a baby. I knew it!
I made a mistake the other day while you were saying that. This girl came in, I haven't seen her in like, I don't know, a couple months, and she came in and she looked pregnant. I mean, she looked pregnant. I go, are you pregnant? She goes, no, I'm just fat. And I'm like, oh, like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's like, shit, I should have put the sneaker in my mouth. Oh God, I felt bad afterwards, but she was a trooper. She took it well, so it was good. Yeah. So. Oh well.
She's like, no, it's just COVID. It's done this to me.
Oh my God, I was embarrassed there for a minute, but it was cool.
Poor Teddy Poo Poo.
Well, I've gone through so much. I'm still having this whole issue with going to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning and sleeping 3 or 4 hours and getting back up for all day. So, a lot of things have been happening lately. So I got a lot of stress and a lot of stuff going on with this whole thing with taking care of my parents lately. So I'm trying to settle into it, but it's just not working. When you're nocturnal and you do everything at night, and then usually I go to bed by 3, 4 o'clock. Now it's like 7, 8 o'clock. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. All right.
That is crazy.
Well, I just want to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you for joining the show. We had a great time. Again, thank you, Genevieve, for joining us. And Cindy finally getting here and turning the whole place upside down. And that's okay.
Putting it to the shit show. That's what I did. Cindy, if you don't have any nightmares, I might stop by on your show.
Cindy's like one of those people. You could clean your room and you could get all your clothes put away nice and neat. And Cindy will come in, I'm looking for something, and throw them all on the floor. That's what it was.
No. That was my sister.
Oh my God.
My mom is doing good. Thanks so much, Kimberly.
All right. Well, Cindy, you know what time it is. So
I know what I'm about to say.
Do you? Do you? All right. So
say it.
Say it. I'll say it.
Say it.
I am saying.
I'll say it.
Wherever there is darkness, there is always
daylight.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next
Good
Monday.
night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you for listening to Paratalk Radio with Ted Wolf and Psychic Cindy. Catch us next Monday for another fantastic guest. Please check out our show as well as others on the WLFE DB Radio Network. And remember, like, follow, and share with everyone.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and so much more.